Well, how's everyone? I hope everybody, I really don't care if you like my stuff. Right, this me. Right, this what I do. So, I have a read, forgot the name, but, right, doesn't matter. It still come out how it's supposed to come out. It's not towards the topic, so it don't matter. Right. So, it's cold in here. What do we have here? I wish I could remember the name of the read. Oh well. All right. Moving and shaking. Some moving and shaking going. Um, Somebody not playing about theirs. They are not playing about theirs. It's a lot of rage, a lot of testing of people's nerves and patience. It's a lot of playtime taking place. People feeling like they in the valley or the shadow of death. Right. That's how y'all really feeling. Y'all feeling like y'all just in the valley of dry bones. Is that in Ezekiel? The valley of dry bones? I can't remember. But go look up the valley of dry bones. Right. Boy, no, because I have crumbs. All right. So, look that up. Look that up. The valley of dry bones, because that's exactly what y'all feeling like. Right. Um, Remember that movie Serpent in the Rainbow? I don't know why I heard Serpent in the Rainbow. It's not about the movie though. I just wanted to, shout that out. I don't want to hear nothing from nobody. Um, Maybe it means something to someone. Because it has no relevancy to this. So whoever's watching Serpent in the Rainbow, but not the movie though. There's some lessons being learned concerning some vows that were taken. And that's also showing me the valley. You people were bonded to be in some type of valley. Well, I see pushing up daisies. I really, really do. And I'm seeing pushing up daisies for many, many people. And I'm talking about your entire family. Right. That's what happens when you have your hands into the pot. When you ain't even got no piss to add to it. Ooh, right. So, whatever is clever, my never, right, it's never gonna work in your favor. So you falling off. You done fell off. It's over. Because you done fell off. Ain't gonna be no solace for you. Whew. This is one of those reads where it's totally about death. Right. This read is all about death. So if it resonates, well, right. But this one is definitely all about your time being up. I've never given a real read like this before, so forgive me for like, right, forgive me, because I have never given a read like this before. Not like this. This is all about that. Like, this is that thing where God is saying, it's a definite. It's a definite. Remember I was telling you about the definites, right? Well, for me, this read is a definite about death, and it's because of a vow that you took with someone else, something else. And God had his eye on you the entire time while you were doing it. As well as enemies. So you are a person with some enemies. Like I said, I talk to whole groups. So even though I say person, I'm talking to a group. A large group. Because it's usually a large group, right? I mean, right, everybody in the world. So, because you wanted to go into leçon, meaning you wanted to be initiated, you took the wrong vows. You turned your back on the positive vow and took a negative vow. You married yourself into black magic. So this is a definite. This is, you will most definitely be out. You anchored yourself into death. So the same stripes that Jesus got, you also will get. And why am I talking biblically? It has nothing to do with Christianity right now. It just has to do with a man, which was Jesus. Jesus was a man. So a human person, right? A human man. So you will receive those same stripes. You will definitely receive harsh punishment for the time that you spent playing this great game. This game angered the Father, the great Father, God in heaven, right? This game angered God to the point to where he ready to smoke everything moving about his kids, his earth. Because ultimately this God's earth. And people are totally disrespecting his space. He invited people into his home, and now you tearing it up. So he put you out of his house, and now you banging on his gates, trying to get in. And he's like, there's only so much I'm going to take, because you don't bully me. You don't bully me. I am God. I have dealt with everything, because I created everything, other than that perversion. That perversion was created within yourselves. But at the same time, God does not tell us how evil is created, because that is his business, right? And I don't try to get deep into finding out how evil has been created. No thank you. Right? So we at the number 13. And you were told not to entertain this, because it's nothing but a bunch of feuding. It's been nothing but a bunch of feuding. It's a whole unclear situation for most people. And people are wanting their freedom. They're wanting their freedom. Because, like I said, some people have been enslaved during this process, during 2020. And a lot of people do not realize that. A lot of onlookers don't realize that a lot of people were made slaves during 2020 when no one was looking. Right? When y'all were writing, when things were totally off balance, a lot of people were enslaved into sex trafficking in America. And now they're left with these children from their sex trafficking. And they have been set free, some of them, because they did fulfill their contract. But they were set free, and they had children by children that were produced from the sex trafficking. Sex traffic babies, right? A lot of abuse took place. A lot of women were broken down. Broken like that black stallion, right? Like a wild horse. They were broken down, but these are human beings, so to break them like you do a horse, they went through a huge traumatic experience. So it's very hard to see that one guy's face all over the place like that. Because when you've been sex trafficked and sold like a slave and beat like a damn animal, to know someone is a molester, you don't want to see their face, whether they did it to you or not, because you know what it is like for it to be done to you. But America don't hear me though. And to have that trial for the whole public to watch. Since when y'all started back, never mind. You are angering your citizens, and I'll leave that at that. So, it's been a sex trafficking. It's been abuse. It's been, I don't call it prostitution, because you ain't standing on the street. These people are being made to be sex slaves. So that's not prostitution. Prostitute do do what she want to do. The prostitute does what she wants to do. But a sex slave does what she is made to do. So she can decide whether or not she wants a particular customer if she's a prostitute. A sex slave cannot. So whether it's male or female, she has to. Right. Sex slave can't say put a condom on. Right. Understand that a prostitute can. It's a lot of vampiric energy. So people are now looking for something like Vera House. So they're looking for safe havens. They're looking for safe havens. Because they definitely want to come about this life and start all over. And they're glad that this earth will not be what it used to be. Because if you haven't been snatched or forced into sex slavery, then you don't understand how bad this world really is. And people are so thankful for this change. And they hate the fact that it was held up here in America by old world ideas, starting with that Yoruba stuff. People of color truly hate that Yoruba stuff, that Egyptian stuff, that ideology at this current time. They hate it because they can't believe that their blessing has been snatched from here, because here is nasty as I don't know what, and they were happy for the change. But you brought y'all behinds out here, pulled a fast one on a person who only wanted to do good, and now all we seeing every day now is what? Murder, death, right? Anger, abuse. That is the tone of America. So ask yourself, what has the people who are in charge of this country been doing in their personal, private lives while they're digging in other people's lives? There's abuse, there's anger, there's hate, there's bigotry all across America. And that's not my energy, because guess what? I don't run America. And that's not me anyway. Right. My anger is circumstantial. It's not all day, every day. My ignorance is circumstantial. It's after you done angered me and I done told you in every way possible to get away. So whatever. If that equals bigot, I don't care. I really don't. That's your opinion. Who cares, right? So there are other people though who enjoy seeing a positive person, receiving positive energy, who can give positive, truthful feedback. So, with that being stated, all of these little knockoff kings and queens and whatever else y'all choose to call yourselves, you need to wake up, because your awakening is going to punch you in your face since you don't want to wake up on your own. You ever been asleep if you have children, your child, your little baby punched you in your face and slapped you in your mouth with something that woke you up and you was like, I'm about to kill you. Mommy, daddy loves you. Right. Right. Baby too small to knock out like you ain't had no sense. You don't knock your child out like they ain't got, like you ain't got no sense, no way. But These people want some help. They want some serious help, and they're not playing. They're not in the mood to play. None of these people are in the mood to play at all. Not even a little bit. So, this is a lesson for America. Stop your garbage. Stop your garbage. Because you in that capital are not getting hurt. You are now. You are now. But you were not before. And they would appreciate if you would take into account that they are getting hurt out here in these streets. Or they truly are getting hurt out in these streets. And they don't want to be the ones getting hurt in these streets. Because you are spewing hate by subliminal ways. You continuously use your subliminals and you're drilling them at people like they're mentally challenged. These people are not mentally challenged, right? They're not the ones mentally challenged. Not at all. So, whatever's been going on around here will continue to go on until the truth comes out. And that's really what God requires right now, the truth. When you've lied for so long and you've got a whooping for it and you keep doing it, God says, you know what, you're not getting out of this mess until you tell the truth. And the whole truth and nothing but the truth. And he said that he ain't help you. Right. This is the bed that you made. So you're going to lie in it. And that's all you've been doing is lying too. Not telling any types of truths. This is not what a father does to his children, dear American leaders. A mother and father do not treat their children the way you have been treating yours. And if you do think that's how you treat children, like I said, you have distorted views. So, dear America, please look at the tone of America right now. Violent, ignorant, disgusting, perverted. Look what's in office. Look at your president and vice president. Right. There you go. It's racist as I don't know what. Just keep going down the line. Right. Keep going down the line. Your president and vice president set the tone of America. Look how nasty and filthy and perverted and disgusting it is around here. People hating kids. People hating adults. Older adults. People hating people of color who don't bother nobody. Right. It just don't bother nobody. Right. So, with that being said, look at who you have as your leaders right now. First you had King and Queen. I ain't going to repeat their names. Right. And now look at your president and vice president. That's the tone of America. And you wonder why people are dying. Right. And it's not going to stop. Till you tell the entire truth. That's what God requires for all this death and destruction to stop. Total truth from that White House and that Congress. That Capitol Hill. I have a great evening.